A very warm welcome to you. It's always a pleasure to have you for company each week on Almond Finance and Wealth Report, your source for all the latest happenings in the world of business. My name is Margaret Mary Osiobor. You're welcome. On the lineup this week, first we joined Faith in an exclusive one-on-one interview with Mr. Tunde Oshadia, the Managing Director of Guinea Insurance PLC, where they discussed the static 0.5% insurance penetration in Nigeria. Matters arising. To say that it was an explosive session is an understatement. You take a listen.
Short of telling you that question is offensive.
Why is it offensive?
You think we are not smart enough?
I haven't said that, but the facts are there.
What facts?
If your level of penetration has remained the same for this long, and if you look around, it is the direction that you have given me to go that I will go. The question you asked is that, do you think we have the workforce that will drive this industry?
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
On this edition also, we will bring you highlights of the investiture ceremony of Mr. Tope Smart as the 23rd Chairman of Council of the Nigerian Insurers Association, which took place recently at the ballroom of Oriental Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. The well-attended event was a testament to the love and acceptance of Mr. Tope Smart, who is a thoroughbred professional. In his acceptance speech, Mr. Smart said he would work to improve the standard of professionalism to ensure adequate pricing of risk. You take a listen.
As an industry, we are not where we are supposed to be. Our image has been battered, and more often than not, we have been made to play a second fiddle to some other professions. I say enough is enough.
Not forgetting all the other extras we bring you each week on this program, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the lineup. Details in just a moment. Please stay with us.
The 2018 Almond Insurance Consumers Forum is finally here. The biggest and largest platform for insurance consumers to vent about customer service.
We are impatient. That is our culture. We don't have time for too much friendship. Tell us what you want to do, and we'll do it. So, speaking English even make it easier.
That the insurance have to do a lot more aggressive marketing. If you get into My Two or go to Select, you see banks. All their workers are there. They are collecting the bank savings even as a susu. So that it will be easier. It agrees with what my brother was saying. They are bringing it closer to home.
Team relieving customers' pain points in insurance through exceptional service delivery. Date Friday, November 16th, 2018 from 9:30 a.m. Venue Kano Hall, Necker House, Hakim Balogun Street, Central Business District, Alausa, Ikeja. Chairman Dr. Justus Clinton Uranta, former GMD Niger Insurance PLC. Guest speaker Chief Chris Wadiegu Obi, MD Blue Pearl Consult Limited. Discussant Mr. Tunde Oshadia, MD Guinea Insurance PLC. For inquiries, please call 080-333-57879, 0812-362-4081 or visit www.almondfinancereport.com. Admission is free. Almond Insurance Consumers Forum, where the insuring public have their say.
A very warm welcome to you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on this exclusive interview with the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Guinea Insurance PLC, Mr. Babatunde Oshadia. Thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, today we'll be looking at 0.5% insurance penetration in Nigeria, matters arising. Okay, Mr. Shadia, let me quickly start. It's always disheartening when you compare insurance penetration on the continent. South Africa, Kenya, even Ghana. And you now see that the penetration level of insurance in Nigeria is about 0.5%. And it's been that for a very long time. And when you just oppose that with the size of our population, you're almost ashamed. So I'm going to ask you first, why has insurance penetration refused to grow from 0.5% given the size of our population?
Wow, thank you so much. Strangely enough, it was less than 0.5% when we graduated from school like 30 years ago, and we're still talking the same 0.5% now. So it means that we're still doing the same old things. We're not doing things differently. So we must begin to do things differently. A while back in Nigeria, the said telephone was not for the poor. People could not afford to buy it. But now, I'm sure over 50 million Nigerians have phones. And almost those 50 million Nigerians maintain with about 1,000 naira. And this was, when you roll back to 30 years ago, not many people could afford to buy the Nitel line, but everybody's. So the telecommunications industry did something differently. And they now have what we have now. Interestingly too, after oil now, it's pensions. We had pensions all the while with us, and we had less than that kind of penetration. But pensions now, with people thinking out of the box to see that it should be contributory and things like that, it has gone up like that, and see what it is contributing to GDP. I mean, so within us, I'm sure there are 1, 2, 3 things that we can do that will help. We are going in the right direction, but we are not doing it rightly or appropriately.
When you say the right direction, what is that?
Yes, because there are some compulsory insurances, especially insurances of public buildings. Can you tell me the number of buildings in Nigeria? And when you say every of those buildings should be insured, you understand? Do you know the amount of wealth that is in that? But you see, you cannot just call people to say that insurances of public buildings, they must do it. Why should they do it? What are the benefits derivable from ensuring that you insure your property? One, I would say, for instance, you can achieve that partnering with institution of estate surveyors and valuers. Let Nigerians know that you don't have to rent a property that is not insured from any landlord. Because you can be in that house and all of a sudden the roof is leaking. And then you call your landlord to come and repair for you. He's telling you he doesn't have time, that you must find it. But if that property was insured, you can call on his insurance company to come and make it good. Do you understand? So people must know actually the reason behind. Take for instance, you ask a man who has built his house for over 50 years to come and insure fire. And he will tell you, I've insured my building over the last 50 years. Not one fire has gutted it. So why do you want me to start now? You understand? Because you say it is compulsory. But they have forgotten the fact that the fire and standard special perils insurance covers much more than it being burnt. Are they aware?
Okay, when you say are they aware, because
yes,
that's where the problem is. Would you say that operators of the insurance industry in Nigeria have actually conveyed the benefits of insurance to the insuring public?
We should be doing more, actually.
Would you say you guys have done, or I don't want the word more connotes that you've been doing something and it's not enough.
Yeah.
But starting with this fire, not too many people know that the standard fire policy also covers flood, for example. I mean, there are people that live in Lekki and other places in Lagos that are prone to flooding. But if you go to them, they don't have insurance. If you say fire insurance, probably they are thinking, oh, fire, I'm always very careful. My house won't get caught in fire. But if you now say, oh, this fire you can actually buy and it also protects you against flooding, I think it makes
a lot more sense.
A lot more sense.
To
But
them.
would you say that you guys have been doing that to the insurance company?
Well, we may not have done enough. But like I said, time has come that we must begin to do more. People must begin to know the benefits of why they must insure. I said to some people, if you take an example, that if you do a fire policy, when the man says to you that he's been insuring his property for the last 20 years, if you insure a property for 10 million now, for instance, the maximum amount of money you probably would pay is 25,000. It will take you 400 years to begin to deposit 25,000 each year before you get to 10 million naira. Meanwhile, if something happens to that property, the insurance will make it good. People don't know. Number one, they don't know it's that cheap. Number two, they don't know it covers much more than just the house being on fire.
Okay, Mr. Shali, and that is where my question to you is. You guys are the ones selling. You know the benefit.
Yeah.
And would you honestly say that the insurance industry is actually conveying that message to the insuring public?
Again, I will tell you, we need to do more. I would not say we have not done.
Okay.
We may not have done enough. But going forward, looking at more than 5% in view, we will begin to see ways of letting the people know the benefits and the reason why, without having to wait until something happens to your property, why you must insure. Because one, if you insure your property and something happens from it, it saves you having to bring out money again from your pocket to repair, because you've transferred the risk. And a lot of people should be able to know that it will take you only 25,000 to transfer a risk of 10 million naira. And these are the benefits, and these.
Okay, Mr. Shali,
Yeah.
Would you say, let's still stay a little bit with this
Yeah.
standard fire insurance
Yeah,
we're talking about. Like, we didn't know that in the fire policy,
Yeah,
it covers flooding,
yeah,
it covers rental.
yeah.
If the-
Loss of rent.
Loss of rent.
Yeah, you can add it, yeah.
If the person's house is damaged or whatever,
Yeah.
flooding needs an alternative accommodation for a
Yeah.
period of time. All those are rolled into the fire insurance policy. But oftentimes when you guys are selling, is it that you really don't want people to know that the benefits covers a wide range of issues like that, so that when it's time for claim, they don't come asking so many?
Don't also forget that the person who is also buying needs to study, because at the point of buying, he's given a policy. So he also needs to study what has been given to him. But what you have, more often than not, is that immediately the man collects his policy, he just keeps it somewhere without having to study the policy to know what is expected of him also to do. Do you understand? Yeah. But I agree with you that apart from staying with the fact that we have given him a policy document, we should let people know almost on a daily basis what to do and what not to do, what a fire policy covers. And that brings me to the fact of, look, you have to do things differently. You have to develop alternative distribution channels and things like that. With the alternative distribution channels you are developing, you pass on that information that you are looking for. You can pass your information via Twitter, you can pass your information via Instagram and all that. People sell meat on Instagram. That
people, you can basically buy anything.
Buy anything.
All right, welcome back. Moving on now, we bring you highlights of the investiture ceremony of Mr. Tope Smart as the 23rd Chairman of Council of the Nigerian Insurers Association. The NIA is the umbrella trade association of all insurers and reinsurers registered to operate in Nigeria. Happy viewing.
The leadership of the Nigerian Insurance Association, NIA, recently changed following the election of Mr. Tope Smart at the association's annual general meeting. Dignitaries from all walks of life gathered at the ballroom of Oriental Hotel, Victoria Island, for the investiture ceremony of Mr. Smart as the 24th Chairman of Council of the NIA. The very colorful investiture ceremony was chaired by Mr. Emmanuel Eleramo, who stood in for the chairman, Professor Pat Utomi. Welcoming guests to the event, Mr. Eleramo said that he looked forward to the industry overcoming the numerous challenges during the tenure of Mr. Smart.
Challenges are for us. We are not computer people, and we think out solutions to those challenges. So I'm sure that the challenges that are facing the industry today, ranging from relationship with the regulators, product development, deepening insurance in the country, and getting other things that are affecting us that has not allowed us to grow as we ought to have grown in other countries. Once again, I told you I'm not the original chairman, but I've been able to vent at least tell Mr. Smart and pray for him that God will be with him as he takes on the mantle and of the leadership of the NIA.
Delivering his keynote address, the Deputy Commissioner for Insurance, Finance and Administration, Mr. George Onekena, said that the federal government expects a lot from the insurance industry.
We want to say that apart from what we want to do as operators and regulators of the insurance industry, the federal government expects a lot from this industry. The issue of insurance penetration and its level has been a major source of concern. And we hope we will all be able to cooperate to bring to fruition the kind of environment that we have assumed in that plan. Probably to let you know that the National Insurance Commission has been selected by the Presidential Ease of Doing Enabling Business Environment Council as one of the organizations to be reviewed. I can tell you we are going through a process of improvement that is targeted at ensuring that we give the best we can possibly give to our stakeholders.
Also lending his voice to the call for the insurance industry to do more in the areas of awareness and penetration was a special guest of honor, Mr. Alex Oko, Director General of BPE. With the opening remarks taken, friends, colleagues and well-wishers witnessed the investiture of Mr. Tope Smart as the 24th Chairman of Council of the NIA.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before your very view, the very beautiful golden chain that is befitting of Mr. Tope Smart goes now. Going, coming, 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 go!
Mr. Tope Smart is a seasoned insurance practitioner with a proven track record and experience in all aspects of insurance, spanning over 30 years. In his acceptance speech, Mr. Smart said that his tenure will focus on 5 points agenda, which he termed 5 Ps.
I shall be focusing on the following, which I call a 5-point agenda. They are collectively referred to as 5 Ps. This 5 points agenda will give the direction of my service to the association for the next 2 years by the grace of God. Number one, protection of interests of member companies. More than ever before, I will ensure the protection of the interests of member companies. In order to achieve this, I seek the cooperation of everyone and appeal to all of us to be united and stand together. This way, we can take the industry to greater heights. Number two, proper positioning of the insurance industry. As I mentioned before, there's a huge gap between where we are supposed to be and where we are today. The question is, who are the agents to fill the gap? The answer to this question is not difficult. We are the one. We must begin to do what is right. How can we do it is another question for us. There are various ways of doing this. Number one, deployment of good technology to drive our operations, development of human capital, reaching the unreached, setting and working towards a financial inclusion target for the industry, putting in place an excellent customer satisfaction mechanism, increase in insurance awareness through many channels, build capacity for the industry are some of the ways by which we can properly position the industry.
His first assignment as the new chairman of the NIA was to carry on the tradition of presenting gifts to the immediate past chairman of the NIA, Mr. Eddie Efekoha. The Nigerian Insurance Association has remained committed to its mission statement of protecting and advancing the common interests of insurers for the benefit of the insuring public. There is no doubt that the Nigerian economy can benefit more from the increased contribution of the insurance industry to the gross domestic product, GDP. Given the pedigree of Mr. Tope Smart, many are without doubt that he would bring his wealth of experience, integrity, innovative management style to bear, not just at the NIA, but the insurance industry in general.
Slowly but surely, we've come to the end of today's episode of the program. I hope you enjoyed every bit of it. Do join us again next week for a fresh package. In the meantime, make plans to attend our 2 headline events this year on the 16th of November. The Almond Insurance Consumers Forum is where the insuring public have their say. And this year, it's happening at Kano Hall, Necker House, Alausa, Ikeja by 9:30 a.m. And just as always, admission is free. Then come evening of the same day at the Shell Hall of Musan Center will be the biggest insurance social event ever. The 2018 Insurance Industry and Consumers Night is where entertainment will meet insurance. Sadly, admission is not free, but just as we've been saying, if you've been a loyal customer of any insurance company, be sure that they will send you a ticket, or you can go ahead and get yourself one. For more details on the event and how to get tickets, feel free to connect with us on all our social media platforms. Once again, my name is Margaret Mary Osiobo. Thanks for watching. Until we come away again next week, same time, same station with a fresh episode, from the entire crew, it's goodbye.